Well, hi. Come on in. Welcome back. It's so good to see you again. I'm so glad that you came to visit me and you brought some new friends. Hello, my name is Michelle, and I'm glad that you're here too. Grab a chair, grab some hot cocoa. How have you been? I hope that your day is going great, and I hope that you are well and that you are safe. This is Tuesday, January the 9th, and this is when where we live, our area and farther north, a lot of rain and thunderstorms. So I pray that you are safe and you are dry and warm, and God will take care of us. And you know what? Even though my basement is wet, yes, rain has come in my basement yet again, but I am safe, I am warm, and I'm dry up here. So I am going to enjoy. You are my sprinkles. I'm going to enjoy this time with you. I'm not going to worry about the rest of it. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I told you that I was going to be sharing my wellness journal. This. It's right here. And I'm going to be sharing parts of this for the next few days. And this is why. Because in 1 Peter 5 says, 5:7, 1 Peter 5:7, I'm tongue-tied today too. It says, casting all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. And our mental health is very, very important. And it's only really been in the last, few years that we have felt like we could talk about it. It became real to us. Now, again, as I've said before, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical professional in any form or fashion. I can only tell you what I've tried and what has worked for me and what hasn't worked for me. So please don't take this as medical advice. There are people out there that would love to help you on these journeys if you choose to start one. I'm just going to share with you how I do mine and what works for me. And what I've done this year is I've divided up my wellness, my health, into 4 categories. So the first one is our mental health, our physical health, our emotional health, and our spiritual health. And as I said before, yes, spiritual health probably should come first, but I wanted a little bit more time to think about that. And I will explain that a little later in one of our videos. So for the next week or so, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you, is how I'm breaking this down to make me a better me. And I'm just sharing this because, stress is very real. It affects all of our body. From head to toe, stress can affect all of us. Our mental health can affect all of who we are. And it starts from childhood all the way up into adulthood. Mental health is very, very important. And, for so many years, we were always taught, don't talk about it. Keep it to yourself. Well, nobody wants a wham person. But we need to have some people that we can talk to or ways that we can deal with this stuff. We shouldn't have to keep it all inside. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. So as I said, it's stress. That's how I am working on. I'm separating my stress, my worry, my stress, my fear, that part from my emotional health. All of these are connected. And yes, your emotional health is definitely part of your mental health. But for my sake, I'm going to kind of divide them out so it's smaller pieces for me to take in. So as I said, stress affects everything. And it's something very real that we need to do with it. So, as I shared in my last video, winter blues are very real for me. It's dark, as you can tell in here. I've got a lot of light on. You can tell outside. Well, you can't tell outside. It's been very dark today. We have had rain from last night constantly. We've had thunderstorms. There is tornado warnings in our area. or watches in our area. There's floods. Our fire department that is out that way, not too far from our house, has actually had to respond to a call. So we pray for those people. Please keep them in your prayers. I don't know what kind of rescue it is. I don't know who it is, but it's somewhere in our vicinity because our fire department went out to it. So all these things can affect us. And normally in the wintertime, yeah, it might be dark, but we don't have this kind of stuff. But you know what? That's okay. We're not going to let this stress get to us because we're going to use the tips that I gave you last week. And here's one of them. My hot cocoa. I hope yours tastes really good because mine tastes super, super good. So I enjoyed, as I shared with you last time, my little hot cocoa bar. And I've been doing that every day in the afternoon. I've been taking about 15 minutes. And usually for those 15 minutes, that's my time. That is my time to just say, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to relax. Sometimes I walk our dog Storm, as you have met him. He loves to walk, especially in the cold weather. He even likes the rain. He enjoyed the rain a lot today. Today, yeah, no, we didn't walk very long. It was thundering, and so we didn't get to walk very far. But this should be moving out so he can walk. But I try to take that time every day. And during that time, I can let things go. I can take a step back from all the to-dos when I'm walking with Storm. Because maybe you have a furry friend that you love that you have to pay attention when you're with them. Yes, if you do not pay attention to Storm, when he is with you, when you're walking him, you can ask Preston, my son, he will jerk that leash right out of your hand and he's going to be gone. So we don't want that. If you've ever seen a husky run, they run a lot and they love it. So you have to pay attention. And so to do that, I have to let go of all the stuff that has been weighing on me. I have to take that little mental break. Sometimes you would like to read a book. In the past, I have read a book. There's been years that I've done puzzles with Preston. There's been years that we watched like a little short little TV thing. There have been years when my boys were younger that we would just have some game time where we would just stop the chores, stop the worries, and we would just sit down and have some fun. That is still very important even when you grow up. Even when you're an adult, even when your kids are grown, you still need to take that time. When my boys were little, my husband would give me an hour or so every evening after he got home so that I could have some time to take care of me, have some of that mental health, to get a break from mothering. It was very important. But just because our boys are grown, we still need to take care of ourselves. Maybe you just want to take a nap for 15 minutes. There is nothing wrong with closing your eyes for 15 minutes. No, I give you permission to do that. I don't know why we always think that that's a bad thing. It's not. Now, of course, if you're driving, you don't want to do that. Or maybe you're at a job where you can't. You're going to have to work these things out. But find something that works for you. These are just little ideas that I work for myself. And you know what? Focus on the sprinkles. Focus on the fun. Focus on what our blessings are. What brings you joy? Oh, excuse me. That's weird. Have you ever had your eyebrow itch? That's strange. That's not a sprinkle. There are times that we just need to focus on our blessings. Maybe you have a list in your book. I can show you part of my little book. Now, what I did is, this is just a regular old notebook. We call them Cal Notes books. This is the white and black notebooks. And I just covered this with some material that I found at the dollar store. I just glued it on there, clipped it till it dried. Now, this is just a regular notebook. I am not doing a fancy one, but I did write down my goals at the beginning. If I can find it here for you. It's on the first page, right? So, I haven't done this page yet, but here you can see these are the different parts. This is mental health, physical health, emotional health, and spiritual health. And I wrote down some of the goals and some of the things that I wanted to work with. So I keep these same colors, and when I do my monthly spread, this is my mental health right here. And what I did is I just wrote down ideas of things that I can do when I need that break every day. I have a choice. I don't have to do the same thing every day. I don't have to get into a rut. I can just take time. So the things that I told you about, hot chocolate, walking a storm, taking a nap, reading a book, I wrote those down. So every day my focus is to take a step back and enjoy something for me and just getting away from all the stress and the worries and the fears of life. And that's my focus, one of my focuses this year. And I hope that this has given you many ideas on ideas that you can do. Like I said, I'm not a professional, please you. There's many people out there that are professionals that will help give you ideas and help you down the right road. But I'm so glad that you stopped by. Come back next time. We're going to talk about our physical health. And I will see you then. I love you. And don't forget the sprinkles. Bye-bye.